But here's the thing. I'm doing to you all what I do to myself whenever I get a brand new bottle.
That sounds dangerous.
Dad, is that you?
Hello, and welcome everyone to episode 180 of The Mashup, the shortest bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Kenny, Steven, and Anthony, cool guy.
Oh, I see the glasses.
Are you from the Beastie Boys sabotage video?
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can taste whiskey.
That's right.
Makes sense.
So we are very fortunate again tonight to have a guest in the room.
Whose nipple's getting hard?
Well, I was getting ready to say her name is, but then you spoke.
Anyone else have a boner?
Welcome back, Mosik.
So tonight, guys, I got this bottle. We're going to do the Raconteur Rye Batch 2.
Oh, yeah.
So I got this bottle about a week and a half ago.
Stole my line.
It's like the butterfly effect in here.
There you go. You got this bottle.
So, and I really wanted to hit socials with it immediately. I wanted to crack it open immediately. I wanted to be one of the first ones out of the gate with it. Because fortunately, David has been very incredibly kind to us and gave us
Shout out DJ, he's one of the best.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, and so I wanted to do that, but also, as you all know, man, and our boy Harry Micah talks about memory, or making memories and experiences.
Absolutely,
the best whiskey is shared with your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I waited a few days. I cracked this open at everyone knows Walmsley, right?
Yep.
So we got a little get together at Walmsley's house, and 8 to 10 of us were over there, and I cracked that then just to share it, and then now a couple of days later we're going to hit the little review on it. So I did really want to hit this right out the gate, but figured I'd wait a little bit.
There you go. Did you know what? I don't want you to tell us whether or not people at the bottle share at the Brit guy's house were happy or sad with this batch 2, because
they liked it a lot.
He literally just said, "Don't tell him."
Well, but you didn't let me finish. When you have pork and beans on top of bread, and that's what you're eating, anything else is going to taste. You're going to enjoy anything else.
Why are you doing an English snack?
That's because Walmsley. Walmsley's British.
Okay.
I feel
or
seen.
English or whatever he is.
I love pork.
So
and
pork
beans.
and beans with smoked sausages and beanie weenies. But this was not. This was on white bread. So anyway, they did enjoy it, but they also liked the original batch 1 too.
Oh.
So I'm doing to you all tonight.
And we've been blinded, all of us in here, including the host.
Well, I'm doing.
Kenny, one of the hosts.
Yes.
the master of ceremonies.
But here's the thing. I'm doing to you all what I do to myself whenever I get a brand new bottle.
That sounds dangerous.
Dad, is that
you? You all have never tasted batch 2.
Never.
Until it's in a blind. That is the truest form.
That is the most gangster reveal.
Because say if I taste this and then 30 minutes later I put it into a blind, I've already tasted this some.
You're already acclimated.
You all have never, ever tasted batch 2, but you're going to taste it in a blind with batch 1.
Yeah, so
we're doing batch 1, batch 2.
Wonderful.
And you all have never tasted it. So, fellas, you can go in for your nosing, you can go in for your tasting, and you're going to see what you think here.
Do we know what the retail for this bottle is?
The first one was $130 plus tax, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think so, yeah.
This one, I'm guessing, might be the same to maybe $10 more, maybe. Honestly, did not get that.
Well, as we're nosing here, I think it's interesting that when you guys talked to David when he was on the podcast, he said, that batch 2 was probably going to be in the works, but said he was also kind of waiting to see how things went. It seems like he jumped in pretty quickly here to already have that batch 2 coming out, huh?
Man, batch 1 sold out way quicker than he thought it would, I think.
Right.
It sold out quick for sure. And then he had so many people hit him up after the fact, because a lot of people listen to this podcast called The Mashup where they talked about Raconteur
Wasn't it
Rye.
featured on another podcast?
Oh,
it was
featured on another
Journey
podcast.
Drinkers.
It's the X-rated version of this, basically.
Yeah, it's true.
With a lot more
talk.
Just extra
Just
talk.
a lot more talk.
It's more talk.
with a lot more dirty words.
All right. So the label, though, looks the same. The front label.
I love that label, dude.
It is still printed off of that 1950s
Beautiful.
manual printing
Beautiful
press.
Best label.
On the back of the label, though, and Anthony noticed this right away, the original one said batch 1, and then now it says batch 2, but it says brazen.
Oh, that's
so they've actually
so
labeled
brazen.
it. They've labeled it. It is brazen. So I do not know what.
Do we know why?
Yeah.
Any history behind that?
Man, I do not.
Okay.
Bold and without shame.
I was gonna say I
Well, I know what
googled.
the word means.
Well, no, that's what I did too. I'm like, what does brazen mean? Bold
Made
without
of
shame.
brass.
So
There you go.
Endure an embarrassing or difficult situation by behaving with apparent confidence and lack of shame.
There you go.
So you're saying there's metal shards in here?
There were all three definitions
all I got out of
of
that.
brazen.
So
The crime was brazen.
so here's the thing.
That's a really good descriptor for these whiskeys. I love that he's putting the thought into it to name the second batch brazen, and the first batch just being what it is, right?
Yeah, and I think this batch might be bigger because they really sold out a lot, and they had
And
a lot of
they're
people
both-
asking for it after the fact.
Right.
So I was kind of joking about it, people listening to it on mashup, blah blah. But people did really start reaching out to them after the fact and like wanting. And I was like, man, they're all gone. So I think this is a bigger batch. And for any of our listeners that did not listen to the previous episode, this is 95.5 MGP that has been finished in Mizunara barrels, a blend of finished in toasted barrels, and also just some regular 95.5 all blended together by the incredible Mr. Wizard James at WoodWorks in Louisville. So,
Who is a finishing master
Dude.
at this point in the market?
dude,
some of his
Mr. Wizard,
stuff
man.
is fantastic. I mean, he's got a lot of great products. He's working with a lot of really cool people who are producing these products with him. It's a wonderful situation he has in Louisville. Shout out to you.
And I'm blinding this again tonight. Anthony went and poured mine because I'm just trying to pick my first place, second place. I already blinded this once at Walmsley's, so I know what finished first for me last time, but I've not told you all that, and I will not tell you that.
Yeah, because we always know with you it comes in like 3 or 4. You have to go like 3
I
or
have to
4
blind
times.
it 3 or 4
blinds.
times just
Yeah.
to get like an
Yeah.
average,
Are these the same proof?
It's a good thing. They are not. So batch number 1 is 120.48 proof, and this is 122.72. So they're within 2 points of each other. Very, very close in proof.
So for me, and I'm just going to refer to them as left and right. That's how he.
Correct. Yes,
So
we're going to do
hand
left and
to
right
us.
on this.
Left to me is way more easy on the nose. Way more, I would say, demure on the nose.
Ooh,
Demi Moore.
demure.
And,
I was a bad crush of mine when I was in high school.
Hey, yo, she's sweet too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she's very palatable. I'm sure. The right is a little more spice forward, a little more bold, a little more brazen,
Boom, boom, boom. Shh.
Nice.
and had a little more, I'd say, peppermint aspect. The more spice of the peppermint mint. On the palate, I way preferred the left over the right, just because maintain consistency and complexity. Everything was right there in that pocket. Very, very like melt in your mouth. Kind of take you on that ride. It's low and slow. It keeps you there at the same time, at the same tempo, at the same. It's a good song. It's a good, chill, relaxed song. And then the right smacks you in the face like a punk rock album. You also have slow notes in a punk rock album, or slow moments, but still it's there. It's there to thrash you. It's there to make it more exciting. I like right a lot. I'm splitting hairs, and typically I'd always go with the one that's more wild. But in this case, I crave that consistency of that rye note on the left, and the maintained sweetness throughout, front, middle, and finish on the palate there. On the nose, I would prefer right all day.
Okay, so your 3 are the same because I poured all 3 of your alls.
Ooh.
Right, I'm just letting you know. Mine, I don't know my left versus my right, so I'm
Sure.
gonna let you 3 talk about left versus right because mine will not necessarily relate.
The only person who knows your right and left glass is me. Ha ha!
I hope you don't die in the next 7 minutes. And I will never know. I will never know.
They didn't even know it was me, man. They thought it was somebody else. They thought that was.
Oh man, we're already there. Wow.
Please donate to Dead Animals.
Has anybody?
Oh,
Joanna!
There it is. Oh, goodness gracious.
those commercials, man. But honestly, though,
Bro, you
we
like
don't deserve pets, man. Animals are much better than us, dude.
Yeah, can confirm.
Cannot stand out people that mistreat animals like that.
Yep.
All right, Anthony, where are you at, or Steven, either one?
Hey, don't talk to him like that. He's an animal. Okay.
Steven, you want to hit it first or?
A lot of what Mossack said is correct. The left is a lot smoother, a lot more balanced around a drink. The right, though, at the end, it really, like, the spice on it really just, like, kind of explodes up.
Right.
My sinuses almost in the back. So I feel I know which one's which,
Oh.
but I don't know. I'm not going to say.
Well, no, all you're doing right now is picking favorite. Like I said, remember, whenever you blind something, it's for the listeners too. Don't try to guess what it is. Just you're going to, until you already make your decisions on age proof, distillate, first place, second place, then you want to try to guess. So right now we're just saying what's your favorite.
Left.
Left's your favorite? All right, so that's 2 for left.
2 for left, and I will just tell the listening audience that not only am I wearing sunglasses right now, but when I took my drink here a second ago, one of my large mustache hairs just went into my mouth and down my throat. So that's never a good feeling, those that have beards.
It's like the 70s.
I can. I actually agree with Mossack and Steven. I do think the right's a little more aggressive. The difference is I think that I would choose the right for certain reasons of an elevated orange candy note that I'm getting in the right that I'm not getting in the left. But I agree that the left is 1,000% more balanced. It's got a more even flavor through, and man, is it crushable.
Would that be good in a Manhattan?
Oh, God. The left glass, and I'm kind of wondering, I'm not going to make any judgment on it, but like, oh my God, it kind of takes me back to, because we did an episode on batch 1, and I can't remember if I'm getting fooled now or not, but left is just so smooth. So I'm really, really having a tough time. I'm probably gonna give right the slightest of edge, even though it's more aggressive because it has a little bit of a note that I like in it.
I mean,
but we're splitting hairs here, like you said.
I feel like right's a
they're
little
both
proofier too, right?
It might be, but I don't know if that's deceiving.
right.
But at least
Yeah.
drinks up.
It does. It does
Right.
drink up.
I think that, honest to God, I'd take both of them. So I'm going to have to make a judgment. I'm going to go slight right
At
over
the same
left, but
time.
still.
So, if anybody listened to last week's Friday episode on Little Book, I was a try. And part of the reason why I was a try is I knew this was coming down the pipes. And I knew these were $30 to $40 cheaper. And just, I like this a lot better than that Little Book. Although this is rye compared to a Boer rye, I'm always looking at what things cost for the money. So for me, like I said, mine are, don't know if they're the same as yours. Well, I take it back. I know this. I know. I can't blind these, unfortunately. I know what they are now that I've tasted them. But I think Anthony poured me the same as what I poured you all. I think my left is your all's left, my right is your all's right. And if I'm wrong, then it's so be. But no. I would bet.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as far as to say I would put $1,000 wager on this.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay. Mark it up because I did share what order I have for you over there. You get $1,000 wager. I'm actually not. Steven's reaching his back pocket to see if he has the money, or he's scratching his behind. I'm not sure what he's doing.
It's my back.
Okay, all right. He's scratching his back.
All right,
never mind.
So
we're not taking the bet, Kenny.
I'll put $100 on it.
Oh no! Don't do.
all right, let's go. Let's roll. $100.
You know what's going to happen though if he's wrong? He's going to blame me and say I didn't remember.
Did you take a picture?
What's that?
Did you take a picture?
I wanted to take a picture, but I wrote it down right away on my phone.
I'm just kidding. You think I'm putting money up and kidding me?
You said it. You said it.
Kidding me?
You said it, bro.
No, I'm just kidding.
So I
would
am,
never put $100 against your palate. Are you kidding me?
So I'm going to assume that mine are the same as your all's. And to me, the left is just so rich, and it is more bourbony notes, more caramelly. It tastes a little older. The right is a little punchier, a little more high, a little bit more rye punch to it. So what I think Anthony poured me was batch 2 on the left and batch 1 on the right. But I like batch 1 a little better. I just do. Well, I take it back. I like my right a little bit better. I'm assuming it's batch 1. I could be totally wrong, and that's fine if I'm wrong. Because here's the thing. Batch 1 is gone. Batch 2 is being released in September. So if what I'm picking as my favorite's batch 2, I can buy a lot of those.
Hey-o.
Hopefully. But I think but for me, I like the right better. So Mosick and Steven like the left better. Me and Anthony like the right better. But I'm telling you, it's splitting hairs because it's not a better and a worse. It's a different. It's a different.
That's a great.
It's a really good way of putting it. Yep,
It really is a different. But I think the left is more bourbony notes. So I believe it's like longer Ms. finish, toasted finish. It's bourbony to me on the left. So if you have some left Mosick, the one on the right, see if it tastes more rye pop to it.
100%.
Okay, so that's why I think my right is batch 1.
I believe I described it more as a spearmint.
Yeah. So that's why I think my right is also batch 1 because I know that the batch 2 is finished in Ms. a little longer and maybe some like 18 to 20-year-old bourbon barrels also.
Oh, okay. See, that's information I didn't have.
Wow.
That would mellow out.
Yeah, but hey, all we're doing is picking first place, second place.
And that would explain the experiences that I've had on the batch 1 and
Yeah.
you know why I would think the batch 1 would be on the left instead of on the right. And in this tasting tasting alone, not knowing, having that uncertainty, the right to me is a little more brazen.
Yeah, it's punchier.
It's a little more flat
and
back. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know what your alls are. So I'm going to tell you, your alls left is batch 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Your right is batch 1.
How did he outdo himself for me? Like, that's crazy.
I know. Anthony, what are mine? Did I guess
Yours are
correctly?
actually, yeah. Yep, exactly.
I guess it
left
correct?
was
Okay.
batch 2.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So where's my $100? Give my $100.
No.
No, he took it
That
back.
was a joke.
Give him
I was there.
$100.
Those are funny jokes.
Of
So-
course, I'm not going to bet against Kenny Mills' palate. Are you kidding?
All right, so here's the thing.
I just wanted to see the look on your face and the not arrogance, but the
I said 1,000. I did 1,000.
$1,000.
I did.
man, those shoulders popped up though when I said $100.
I'm
He's
like,
like,
let's
bet,
go.
There you go.
Let's go.
bet.
It's go time.
I'm doing a kitchen right now. Boy, I could use that $100.
Dude, no doubt.
Hey, he's
There
looking
you
good
go.
too.
So here's the thing. I do like batch 1 better. And batch 1 at Walmsley's house also finished first place for me.
Okay.
But I will say 100%, someone like my brother, Sean, batch 2 would be his favorite because he is more into bourbonish stuff than rye.
Does he like peanut butter a lot?
I don't know.
That gives me heavy peanut butter vibes on that mid palate.
But dude, batch 2 is awesome.
It's amazing.
It tastes older to me. It is not. It actually tastes like an older.
Well, you just said that the finish was finished longer in bourbon barrels as well, too, right?
But it's still 7 years
So
old.
Ms. and what barrel?
But these are both 7 years
I
old.
get it.
But I'm saying to me, it tastes like a 10 to 12-year-old whiskey instead.
Sure,
It tastes truly older.
Well,
It tastes older to me. So batch 2 is flat out awesome still. I love it.
it is a little
And
more flat.
It is. I like that little rye-ish pop.
A flat of, if you were to put it on a diagram, like a sound wave, it wouldn't have the depth or the height of complexity
Yes.
as, say, the batch.
It's not as
the
much up
batch
and
one.
down.
Yeah. That one is like hubba,
Yeah.
hubba, 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 hubba. Like,
Yeah.
it's got a lot more range, I would say.
Now here's the thing, though. I said both of these are 95 fives. I would bet also $1,000 again that if you poured batch 2 to somebody, they would, number one, probably never
think
guess
it was
it's
a
a
bourbon.
rye.
Yeah.
And if they guess rye, they would guess it's a barely legal rye. So batch 2 to me is flat out awesome, just different than batch 1. And I think it hits a different audience potentially as well.
Right. No, I agree with that. And I know we're going to have to do a quick pass try by. I can't imagine. I was going to say, I can't imagine. Is anybody going to say that they would pass on this? But
Bye.
it's ridiculous.
I would
how-
pass by all other ryes to get to this one
That's right.
on the shelf.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, no, it's just amazing.
I'm assuming this is 130.
I would try this every time at Kenny's house.
There we go. So, go ahead, Anthony, if you want to finish.
No,
the
you
batch.
guys didn't know this, but because I'd previously sold a very high price item, which was David Jennings' pen from when he was tasting at Four Roses, and he left the pen at Kenny's house, and I sold it on eBay. He was actually sending me samples before he sent any of you samples. You didn't know that, did you?
I did not.
No, he didn't actually do that. But anyway, no, the Batch 2 is so crushable. It's so crushable. Like literally, I'm massively impressed, and I'm just the only thing I'm upset about right now is the fact that he didn't call Batch 1 brazen, that he called Batch 2 brazen.
No kidding.
Because I think Batch 1 is more brazen than Batch 2. And
the name's a little confusing.
There you go.
When you have them blinded next to each other.
It should have been brazen and crushable.
Brazen and Pound Town.
So this should be on Bourbon Outfitter, and I believe if you hit $500, $600, you get free shipping.
Okay.
Don't forget about the code.
So
Yeah,
you just go to the mashup, but
Or Journey Drinkers.
Or Dirty Jerkers.
or the mashup. But anyway,
Yeah, totally mash up with Journey Drinkers. Journey Drinkers.
the mash
Journey
drinker. Actually, you just go to the mash drinker for 25% off.
Did you check with Alvis?
Alvis's head is exploding right now.
Yeah, but honestly, like look at some of their picks they have. So that way, because they are $25 in shipping,
Right.
But they are by far
Bomb proof.
dude.
Shipping.
Alvis won't say this. I'll say this. They absolutely crush Sealbox and other places on shipping. Like it's actually protected. But go ahead and add some extra bottles, then you can get free shipping. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So,
Absolutely.
or just make it a little more palatable. If you get 2 or 3 bottles, then the $25
And
is
Kenny
spread
picked
over.
all of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
He picked all the picks that they do on Bourbon Outfitters. They send him samples as a prerequisite of going to the site.
I wish. I wish. It's been
And he handles every bottle neck with extreme care.
so. I haven't drank in a long time. It's been 17 million gazillion nanoseconds since I drank something.
Millions and
But anyway, no.
millions.
Millions.
So be on the lookout for this. Early September, be on the lookout for this. You will not want to miss this rye.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code THEMASHUP for a special discount.
Also,
Head on over to our partner, the WoodWork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts on this bottle in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.